Hello, my name's Jonathan Silverman and I run GSA Business Development. The subject of today's blog and audio clip is where are telemarketers going wrong? I don't know about you, but I received another desperately poor telemarketing call the other day. It started off with, "Hello Mr. Jonathan, how are you today?" Now, I accept that most call centres from Manila or Delhi may not be the best people to understand whether Jonathan is my first name or my second name. But UK callers do know that difference. They also know that they aren't genuinely interested in my welfare. So when next time someone asks, "How are you today?" maybe what I'll do is tell them that my ailments range from a bad back or a bit of flu-y symptoms, or maybe even what I'll do is I'll list the doctor's visits I've had over the last 5 years, just like filling in a form for life insurance. Maybe that'll stop them. That got me thinking, why is it that so few callers today are actually good on the phone? Why is it they insist on saying my name and then launching straight away into the classic, "Now the reason for the call, Mr. Silverman, is to introduce our products or services to you"? Don't they understand that I've got neither the time nor the inclination to listen to them warble on about their commoditized services for which I've got no need or I've already got a provider? Now, I run a lot of courses on telemarketing and it never ceases to amaze me the poor quality when it comes to outbound calls. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Senior decision makers typically are heavily guarded by sentries otherwise known as gatekeepers or PAs. And yet there still seems to be a bit of a disconnect between what people respond to themselves and how they communicate when they're on the phone. So, how is it done? Well, I haven't got a lot of time today to go through that with you, but I thought what I would do is give you a dozen key things to consider when looking at telemarketing and outbound calling. If you'd like to know more, do have a look at our knowledge bank or our training courses on www.getsoundadvice.com. That's getsoundadvice.com. So, number one, the first priority is to define your objectives and make sure that they're SMART. In other words, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-based, and make sure that's the case for every campaign. Number two, don't procrastinate. Get on with it. Take action. Make a commitment to making the calls and don't delay. Number three, define your market carefully. Where are they? Who's the decision maker? What role? What industries? Are there particular vertical sectors? Are those industries buying at the moment? And what size of company? There are other parameters, but that's a good start. Number four, make sure you gather or buy a good list. Ensure that it's checked for opt-outs against the CTPS register, and also make sure that the contact data is as fresh and recent as possible. Number five, define a good, clear proposition. Why will the buyer buy from you? Why should they see you? What's your lever to get their interest and get them to talk to you now? Number six, take time to invest in your callers. If you're not making the calls, do make sure that you give the callers that are doing them all the information they need. Don't give them the mushroom treatment. Don't leave them in the dark and feed them loads of you-know-what. Make sure, therefore, that the callers are engaged and motivated. Number seven, brief them well. Nothing beats a clear, good quality brief so they really get it and they understand who they're calling and why they might use you. Number eight, make sure you build rapport on the phone. Ask good questions, use good language, make sure your tone is convincing, and ensure that you listen. Number nine, record and measure performance. Build good KPIs and use a good system to record notes and schedule follow-ups. Make sure you monitor performance regularly. Number 10, be patient. If, for example, your goal is to reach the managing director of Tesco or the finance director of BT, probably results won't come immediately. to give the campaign some air, give it time to work, assuming of course you've done the other factors correctly. Number 11, follow up and keep doing it. Don't stalk them, but make sure you follow up with emails on time, letters, literature, and finally that obviously calls are made in a timely fashion. And number 12, accept rejection. There's a quote that I'll give you in a moment that I absolutely adore. There are lots of people that it's been attributed to, and it doesn't matter who said it, but the point's clear. If you get used to rejection, you'll get some no's on the phone, but then you're closer to success. And to finish, the quote is, I was practicing in a bunker down in Texas with a good old boy, and a big guy with a big hat stopped to watch. The first shot he saw me hit went straight in the hole, and he said, you got $50 if you knock this next one in the hole as well. And I holed the next one. Then he says, you got $100 if you hold the next one. In it went for 3 in a row. As he peeled off the bills, he said, boy, I've never seen anyone so lucky in my entire life. What did I say back? Well, you know what, buddy? The harder I practice, the luckier I get. Hope that was useful. Take care. Bye-bye.